The long anticipated Giannis trade has just broke after a year of back and forth, after a year of rumors of saying Giannis wants to go here, Giannis wants to go there. All day been hearing Giannis to Giannis to Boston, Giannis to Miami. It finally broke. The Milwaukee Bucks are trading franchise icon Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasponis Yakashonis, 3 first-round picks, including the 13th overall pick in this year's draft, 1 pick swap, and 1 second-round pick. Milwaukee walked into the Miami front office, called up Pat Riley, and said, I want every asset you have to give me. Gutted their entire roster. Gutted any valuable asset they have outside of Jovic. Now, who is Miami left with? Norman Powell, Davion Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, and Giannis. That team, honestly, is not going anywhere. But hey, Miami finally struck gold. They finally got a superstar after shooting for the moon, shooting for Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, and it goes on and on and on and on Miami being linked to every single superstar. They finally got one. And what did it take? Mind you, that also includes a 2031 first-round pick and a 2033 first-round pick. If you guys are not aware, we're in the year 2026, correct? How old is Giannis Antetokounmpo? 31 years old. He is 31. So by the year 2033 and 2031, he's going to be 38 years old. So these picks are going to be legendary picks for the Milwaukee Bucks. These are going to be gold mine of picks for the Bucks. In no way, shape, or form do you justify giving up so far into the future, especially with lottery odds the way they are right now. You don't trade away these picks as they are right now. No team is willing to trade a pick past 2029, and you're the only team willing to trade past that. That's kind of on you at this point. You do that to yourself. Right? And on top of that, I think they just... I just got a notification about the Celtics package. Boom, right here. Celtics aggressively pursued Giannis, featuring a package of 20 Jaylen Brown, 2 first-round picks. You see, the thing is, I just don't see what's Milwaukee's direction. Why are you taking on Tyler Hero? Why? Is it because he's a Wisconsin native? Is that it? I understand Khalil Ware. I understand Jaime Jaquez. I even understand Kasponis Yakashonis. I just don't understand acquiring... What's his name? Tyler Hero. I don't get that at all. Because what? It says it's a 1-to-1 move. So Hero is staying in Milwaukee. I don't like that as a fit for Milwaukee at all. Because then you still have KPJ. Obviously, Hero is better. You have a growing star in Ryan Rollins. Obviously, Hero is better, but you're willing to see where Ryan Rollins is going to take you. You have now 2 lottery picks. 2 of them. And now we can just quickly look at some mock drafts. The Bucks have the 10th overall pick, and now they have their 13th overall pick. And both these positions, they have them taking whoever it is, but they can take realistically anyone they want at these picks. So they have 2 lottery picks now, 10 and 13, on top of now having Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Kasponis Yakashonis, KPJ, Ryan Rollins, Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, Ousmane Deng. The list goes on with this abundance of just fuckery. Milwaukee has a bunch of fuckery and they're throwing the shit at the wall until something sticks. I'm at a loss for words right now. I just don't see where this is the best deal Milwaukee could have... Miami gutted their roster. Exactly what the Bucks said they're going to do. For Giannis Antetokounmpo, they want to have a team gut their roster. And they did it. Jaylen Brown and 2 first-round picks. Jaylen Brown and 2 first-round picks. The 3 teams Giannis opened to signing extension with were Boston, Miami, and Minnesota. I know random news. I'll touch on the random news towards the end here, but I'm going to focus on Giannis. After the Wolves traded Ray Randall, I thought that this was going to be a bigger picture for Giannis. Clearly, it wasn't. But we move on past that. We'll talk about that later. I don't mind this deal for the Celtics offered. The Celtics were willing to gut their roster. They offered a Finals MVP and Jaylen Brown and 2 first-round picks. I just don't see... I understand why the Bucks didn't take it. Because who knows what those 2 first-round picks are going to be. And you are banking on the fact in 2031 and 2033 the Heat are just gonna suck, right? Boston's probably offering closer picks. And he's like, even if it's like 2030, you're like, huh? Tatum's like what? 28. By 2030, he'd be like 35. You know, you don't want to. You don't know how to really gauge where Tatum's gonna be in like 8 years, right? Where Giannis, you know he's gonna be probably out the league or close to out the league in 2031. In 6 years, he's gonna be 37 years old. He won't be Giannis Antetokounmpo at 37, right? At 31, his body's already breaking down. Who knows what's gonna happen by 2031? So it's crazy, man. The Giannis Antetokounmpo era in Milwaukee, it's over. Look at this. Just look at this resume, man. This is incredible. And if you want to argue, say he's the greatest buck of all time, I can't fight you on that. I really can't. He really showed in Milwaukee. He won a championship, 2-time MVP, DPOY, NBA champion, 10-time All-Star, 5-time All Defensive. For a guy who no one really knew what to expect out of him, you kind of have to respect Giannis at this point. And the problem with Giannis that I think it's a very underlying issue that no one's really talking about. People have already kind of touched about it, but he hasn't been healthy since 2021. It's been 5 years since we've seen Giannis in the playoffs. Basically, every year an injury happens, and so it's hard to really gauge where this Miami team's going to rank because how much better did Miami really get? I don't think they got that much better. It sounds crazy because they got a top 5 player in the world, but the way the team's constructed, it's not a perfectly constructed team around Giannis. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Kind of Norman Powell is a free agent, and I don't know which direction they're going to take going into this offseason about how they're going to construct this team around Giannis, especially when Miami's bench being the way it is. Because there's no fucking way you're looking at it and be like, yo, Drew Smith, it's time for you to fucking hoop. Because let me tell you, if you're relying on Drew Smith, he is not your savior. They did hold on to Pelly Larson, which I am impressed by. They did hold on to Pelly Larson. But it's just, I just don't. This doesn't move the needle for me at all for Miami. This does not move the needle. If you went to Boston, that needle would have been moved. Oh my God, I would have been through the fucking roof. Like, oh yeah, it's scary in the Eastern Conference now. Now it's like, ooh, Shamimi Timbers. He's in Miami. You know, like he really isn't going to win anything. And I'm not really too impressed about the package either. I mean, I am impressed with the package because now looking at it, this is a haul, right? This is as best as you're going to, this is the biggest haul you're going to get unless you went to like a guy like, call up Sam Presti, you're like, yo, what's the best offer you got from me, right? Or even like San Antonio. This is a fucking haul, right? 3 first-round picks is a little low, especially knowing that Gobert went for like 7. I think Desmond Bane went for like 5, right? Players like that, but this is now with the new lottery system, teams aren't willing to give up as many, right? I know, hold up, Underdog just came up with the projected starting 5. Yeah, I mean, Wiggins probably gonna take his $30 million player option. Definitely gotta bring back Norman Powell, especially after just, you know, getting with Tyler Hero. Because the one thing about Miami Heat, Norman Powell and Tyler Hero could not play ball together. They could not see the floor together at all. It was actually atrocious. Like the team looked night and day different when both of them were off the floor. Or like when one's on, one's off. So I guess they focus on Norman Powell because Tyler Hero had high trade value. And one thing I want to say about the whole Tyler Hero thing, finally, it's about damn time. You don't understand, every offseason, Tyler Hero name is linked to 8 different fucking teams. Every year, they're trying to trade Tyler fucking Hero. And they finally did it. I feel like this goes way back, all the way up until 2020. Since that initial finals run from the Heat, every single offseason, Tyler Hero was in trade talks. And it's about damn time I don't have to hear his fucking name in trade talks anymore. Oh my God, that alone excites me. That alone butters my biscuits in so many ways. It tickles every part of the pickle. It's just, I don't know where the Bucks go from here. I'm all over the place. Man, this shit just broke. Like everything's breaking as I'm recording this video, so I'm kind of just going all over the place. But I don't get Milwaukee's direction. I really don't. I don't know if they're trying to go for a rebuild because their team right now is still good enough to kind of compete. Right? You look at their team on paper, it looks decent, you know? They look halfway decent. They look like above, like, you know, Clearly might take a jump. I don't know what they're gonna do with Kyle Kuzma and Miles Turner because they clearly don't fit this timeline at all. Miles Turner came to Milwaukee for Giannis. Now he's kind of just with Usman Deng and Kyle Kuzma. It's a bit fucking shaky. They did manage to get off Bobby Portis, which kudos to them. I think that was an amazing thing to get off of. Do I wish that? I mean, I don't mind that. I mean, got off his $14 million contract. I think he has 2 years left on his deal. One thing I do want to look at is, so Bam is making 37. So you throw in 31. You throw in, where's 4? Basically, you eat up your cap space, right? With Giannis, I think Giannis is making like 58. So what? 31. You're at, what, like 35, 36, like 37, 38. So you're eating up $18 million of cap. So right now on your roster, you have Bam, Wiggins, Norman Powell, maybe, if he resigns, Davion, Simone Fontecchio, Jovic, Drew Smith, Pelly Larson, and now Bobby Portis. That team doesn't move me. Who's your backup big? You have to go out there and go get you a backup big now. This team doesn't move me, man. This team really does not move me at all. This is disgusting. I don't like this move for Miami. I don't like it. In my eyes, that starting five, there isn't enough spacing to justify getting Giannis. Davion, Norm, Wiggins, really, Bam, Bam, Kobe. It just doesn't. The spacing doesn't justify getting Giannis. Like, what did Bam shoot from 3 this year? 32% on 5 attempts a game. Like, this is disgusting, bro. I don't know. I don't like this move at all for Miami, for Giannis. This isn't going to move the ceiling for Miami at all for me. Honestly, it's kind of around the same thing. I think they end up like a 6 seed, maybe even a 5, if that. Like, this doesn't move me at all. And on the Milwaukee side of things, I want to look at the Bucks cap right now. We'll just look at their roster after that trade. So what? They have AJ Green, right? He doesn't really play anymore. Ryan Rollins, Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma. Is he not a free agent? Could have sworn Gary Trent's a free agent. But like, this team is also very fucking ugly now. But also, you're with them, it's like they have a bunch of bridge players, right? Miles Turner, Kyle Kuzma, Tyler Hero. You look at those guys as bridge players to now be that like in the in-between zone of Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, and the 2 players you draft in this draft. On top of Kosmos Yakashonis. Right? You look at these guys as to be the building blocks around this team. Ryan Rollins is 24 years old, right? He's turned 24. So he isn't really young, but he's not old. He should be hitting his like peak really soon, right? So you kind of have to bridge that gap. I don't know. Milwaukee, I think now that I'm looking at this team, I think they're exactly where they want to be, right? They're going to fight for a playing spot, which with the new draft odds, you want to fight for a playing spot. That's kind of your best bet, and I think they did a perfect job of bridging that gap. Now I'm sitting here, I'm really liking this trade from Milwaukee. It sounds crazy giving up Giannis, but I think they did the right move of not trying to commit too much to winning, but not to commit too much to losing. They literally, I think they found the perfect trade for middle ground, right? Getting Jaylen Brown forces you to try to be a top seed in the Eastern Conference. But a trade like this means, oh yeah, we're going to be mid. And that's the plan. The plan is to be mid. And on top of that, those 2031 and 2033 picks, oh my God. Come back to me in 6 years, 5 years, and be like, Joey, you're right. You're right about that. Miami's going to regret giving up those 2 picks with 0 protection to them. Those 2 picks in particular, Miami's going to regret giving those up. Damn, 2031 and 2033. Come on, Miami. You got to do better. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Stefoulius, Dubious, Carrando. Where is that trade? This was crazy. Minnesota sending Julius Randle on the number 28th pick to the NBA draft to Brooklyn Nets in a 3-team trade that sent Nicholas Claxton to the Chicago Bulls. You guys want the full trade? Let's go look at the full trade real quick. There it is. Nets get Randall at number 28. Bulls get Claxton for nothing. Wolves get number 33. They traded a first round pick and Randall for a second round pick. Never in my 22 years of life have I seen some type of fuckery like this, where the Wolves just salary dumped to the absolute extreme. Usually when team salary dumps, they get a bunch of salary filler back, or they get a first round pick back, or they get some type of value back. The Wolves, they get zero value. And the Bulls picked up the phone and went, y'all try to give me Claxton? What am I giving up? So is there a reason why I would say no to this? No, right? For nothing? You're just going to hand me a center when we don't have a center at all? Oh, you know, our centers are Jalen Smith and Nick Richards. Oh, yeah. Oh, Claxton. Like Nicholas Claxton, right? First round pick? Oh. You want nothing? Oh, yeah, deal. I'll take on Claxton. What do I have to lose? Click. That's literally what happened on the phone. The Wolves picked up the phone to Nets like, yo, try and give you Randall. What do you want? Do you want our lottery pick? Do you want number 5? I mean, or was it number 6 they have? I'm not giving you that for Randall. Or wait, are you asking for a future pick? Are you asking for my MPJ? You want nothing? Wait. Are you trying to trade back into the? Are you trying to trade into the second round? Are you giving me a first? Deal. Click. Like, what are the Wolves thinking? They turned Cat into a second round pick, and they're right. They turned Cat into a second round pick, which is ridiculous. Cat just won an NBA fucking championship. And Randall's getting traded back to Brooklyn, back to New York for a second round pick. I know the bigger picture in this was this, realistically. This was the idea. 5 years, 112 for Ayo DeSumo. How much is that per year? I'm not going to do math. 22.5. I think that's the right market for Ayo. I really do believe that's the right market. So what are you planning on running? It's going to be what? Dante's going to be out. So it'll be Ayo, and Jaden McDaniels, Naz Reid, and Gobert. Does that move me? It didn't move me with Dante. It doesn't move me now. The bench gets significantly weaker. You don't have any bench unit now. This is just weird from Minnesota. I do believe it's part of a bigger picture. 100% better than a bigger picture. I don't know what that bigger picture is, but only time will tell. Hey, NBA draft tomorrow, so we'll be streaming that when the NBA draft does start. Stay tuned for that. And as always, go hard on them dudes. Giannis is a fucking Miami Heat, bro. He's in fucking Miami. This is crazy. Go hard on them dudes. Salute.